Search a girl from the south side, she love God. Forget 5, she a 10 star. Big dreams, but she wanna make sure she on God's will, that part. Just keep him at the center, you gon' blast off. I can't even lie, I love how God got your heart.
Hi guys, and it's Yapping with Riri. Well, let me take this off, one sec. So I know what you're wondering, where have I been? Where has Riri been? Life has been laughing. As you can see, I came back from work not too long ago and I'm going to cook shawarma wrap. Shawarma, that's how they pronounce it. I'm a Nigerian, yet I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's how they pronounce it. AKA a chicken wrap, AKA whatever wrap you're gonna put inside. What I wanna put, what I'm gonna put. And we're gonna get into it, period. But yeah, so life has just been laughing, honestly speaking. I've been, I can't lie, distant from my things. I have just been in a loop of a cycle and it's been God just trying to take me out. That's the best description I can give you. I've been battling with spiritual warfare. I've been going through some things behind the scenes and that's why I've just been away a little bit. I know it's been like 2-3 weeks now, but we're back, okay? And we're better, period. So yeah, let's go. So as you can see guys, this is not mine, don't mind that. But as you can see, so this is really what you need. So you need a chicken breast. This was flipping expensive. I don't know why the heck they're charging me almost £5 for 2 big chicken breasts. Crazy. Some cumin, some chili powder. You can buy this shawarma seasoning if you need to. I wanted to have cheese in mine, but it's up to you. You don't have to get cheese. Some black pepper. It said pepper powder, but there was no pepper powder. Don't kill me. Tortilla wrap, obviously. Vegetable oil / olive oil. Mayonnaise. Now, you can have mayonnaise, ketchup, and some powder. Stir it around to make that saucy type of thing. But it's up to you. Again, this is all optional. Because people make shawarma wraps and they add on whatever they want to add on. But this is how I want to do it. You know what I mean? Because they're talking about you can have turmeric, lemon. And I don't like turmeric. I don't like lemon. I don't like garlic. But there is garlic that I have that I'm going to cut up. But to have garlic powder, you know what I mean? It's just a waste of money. It's a waste of money because I'm using it for one time. And but it's going to be sitting in my cupboard. I don't use garlic by itself. I don't really, you know what I mean? So yeah, we have a new member. You can also add your favorite, sauces like spices and paprika as well. This is a must. But all these things basically is up to you. Whatever seasoning you want to make is up to you. But this is the ideal way of making it, period. Okay, a bit lower because up it was about to fall and I don't have a screen protector at the moment. But anyways, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have chicken breast. We're gonna cut that right now. So you take your chicken breasts and I'm using all of it. I'm not leaving anything because at the end of the day, yeah, I ain't gonna be using this for anything else. Damn, sorry, I didn't realize my face was getting big. Don't worry guys, I'm going to the gym on Monday. We're back to the gym, period. So we're gonna get back in shape. I'm telling you, I need to cook. It's not that I don't be cooking, I cook, but I want to cut down on eating out. I don't really eat out like that, but I have been eating out like 2-3 times this month, and I think it's time to cut it down because times I can't be arsed, and the other times, yeah. And it seems convenient, but it's not. And I've been working, but I want to now be, my body's a temple. It means I have to look after myself. And you know what I mean? And I don't have a blender. That's what makes it worse. And I don't want to buy a blender because I don't want to be carrying that around and I have to move to places. So I'm just like, nah. But that's just me digressing a little bit because, But don't worry, I'm going back to the gym on Monday, so that's period. So we're just going to chop up our chicken breasts. I wouldn't recommend you washing your chicken because it adds on bacteria. So technically speaking, I wouldn't say wash your chicken. But if you are the type of person that wants to wash your chicken, do your thing. But it never makes sense to me because the chicken has bacteria and you washing it just adding on more bacteria. There is some proof of evidence in Google or whatever. That's what I found out anyways. So, but I'm gonna chop up some of these things because I don't want to make this video too long. So let me just,
A few moments later.
So now it's meant to look like this because we chop it up in small pieces because we want to get as much chicken as we can for the wraps. That's period. It's honestly up to you. Sorry, I have my hair at the front. But yeah, it's honestly up to you if you want to chop it small or big pieces depending on how much chicken you want in your wrap. Me, I want to make as much wraps as I can. Not to eat in one day, obviously, but yeah, feel me? So now we're going to put this towards the side and we're going to put the marination and marinate it whilst we do that. And then we're going to put the chips in the air fryer, so we're multitasking because, you feel me? Yeah. Boom. So now we have our chicken here and I'm not putting it in the oven. We're going to fry it. Yes, we're going to fry it, so make sure you have oil. But we're going to now put some seasoning. Now, it says marinate for an hour, but let's be real. You're hungry, you haven't eaten the whole day, and you want to make this. You don't actually have to wait for an hour. I've marinated things, and it still tastes nice. You know what I mean? They say marinate for an hour because, you know, the flavors, but regardless, it's still going to cook fine. So we're going to marinate it, and we're going to leave it for a little bit when we're doing other things. And then when it's time for us to now, you know what I mean, we'll do that. But we're not going to leave it for an hour. No. I would say maybe 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20. If we want to do an hour, go ahead. But I'm saying you don't actually have to. It doesn't really change anything, if that makes sense. But yeah. So you get your salt, the black pepper, your hot chili powder, any extra seasoning that you have. Again, you can add turmeric, you can add the garlic powder. I don't have those things. I didn't want to buy those things because I just don't see the benefit because I'm only making this once and I don't even eat garlic powder like that. I don't eat, you know, like, I'm trying to make sure that the things I buy, I'm going to actually use them again for another thing I want to make. You know what I mean? And if I really need to get it, I'll get it another time. But this is on a budget, period. Just because I work does not mean I have money to spend like that. No, we're going to use common sense. Alright, bet. So this is how it's meant to look like, guys. It's meant to look like this. Now, the reason this looks like, yeah, they said garlic, and I'm flipping. I don't know what they mean by garlic. They said add it in your mixture. I added it in the mixture. But if I'm doing it wrong, you don't really have to add the garlic, to be fair. But I just decided to. But yeah, alright. I'm probably just, yeah, I don't know what I'm going for that, but yeah. Now we're going to add some mayo. And then we're going to leave it at the side and do other things whilst that's just settling down for like a few minutes. I'm not doing it for an hour. If your chicken does not look like this, yes, I'm saying it right. So yes, you add the mayonnaise. That's proof that I put mayonnaise because it just brings everything less dry. But this is how it's meant to be. Now we're going to put this at the side. We're going to air fry fries and we're going to cut up some onions because when we finish everything, we're going to build it up. Yeah, that's why I have cheese. I'm a very simplistic person when it comes to my wrap. I don't really like too much things. So that's why, yeah, it's up to you. Some lady put some chips in her wrap and she seasoned her fries. That's really a personal choice. But this is how I'm doing it. So this is just a little template, let's just call it that, of what you need to do. And I will put some of the bio, the description, how much you should put and what you should put, but you don't have to follow it because again, it's just me, period. All right, now we're gonna air fry my fries. So I have straight chips, but you can have fries, you know what I mean? I do like fries, don't get it wrong, but I feel like fries are very small for me. Because fries are so small for me, I just take straight chips because they're actually quite fattening, you know, filling. So that's why I prefer. So again, if you don't have an air fryer, you can just use oil or just oven your chips. But me, I have an air fryer. Thank God, my friend, who I don't really talk to anymore, she got it for me for my 17th, 18th birthday. So yeah, God bless her. But yeah, let's go. So now this is the fries, how they're looking like. And I'm just gonna take it here, turn it here. So we're gonna cook it for 30 minutes, I would say, 15 minutes, and then you take it out, then 10 minutes. Sometimes you need a bit of extra time because you need to flip over the fries and some of them can be uncooked. But max, let's say 30-35 minutes to cook these fries. It would be 25, but depending on how much fries you put, basically. So cool. So now we're gonna cut our onions. Now you can, deciding how much onions you like, you can get yourself red onions, because the one that I followed said red onions, but I don't really eat red onions unless, you know what I mean, I like my brown onion. So I'm gonna cut up brown onion, and yeah. So now we have chopped up onions, and I used 1 onion. Now you can use half an onion, but because I just realized I'm gonna make quite a lot of these, so I just said let me use the whole onions. So now we're just gonna wait until our air fryer is basically done, because this is actually not a long process, you know what I mean? Let's give it like 10 minutes, and then we will do it after like the 10 minutes, yeah. So just give 10 minutes for the fries to just have a bit of feel, a bit of temperature, and then we're going to go and do this thing of wrapping, and we will be right back with ya. Alright, so I've washed my pan. I'm going to pre-cook these onions first before I deal with the chicken, because my chips are almost done. Yeah, the air fryer does not take that long. So let's just get with it. We're just gonna let this kind of simmer a little bit for like a minute. Just let the oil to cook up, and then we're going to fry these in here, and then yeah. Once it starts making this, you have to turn it and flip it around. We don't want to eat raw onions, hence why I advise you to cook your onions. Cook your onions. How can you tell that onions are done? They don't look as white as they once did. I don't know how to describe it, but you just know, like, onions don't take that long. We don't want it to burn, you know what I mean? But you see, it just looks a bit more cooked. You know, that little seasoning. I'm gonna take it out because now we're gonna do the real business, and that is the chicken. Alright, so now the onions are out. This is how it's meant to look. You know, you see a little bit of change. It's not too white now. So we're going to use the same oil to now use, I don't know, waste oil, to now fry the chicken. It shouldn't take that long, but we're gonna do this in sections, not everything at once, because that is ridiculous. If you use everything at once, it's not going to. So we're going to do this in sections. We're going to do this in sections. Let's just, yeah. So this is a section. I still have this remaining. I want to make this very clear. You don't want to do everything at once. You want it to be cooking because it's raw. Yeah. So I will show you the finished product, basically, how it's meant to look after, but yeah. So this is how it's meant to look like. I don't know what the flash turned, but anyways. It's meant to look a bit like this, you know? Inside, it's going to taste like chicken. If it's given raw, put it back in. But give it like 5 to 7 minutes to cook, and it's fine. You know, our fries are done. Yeah, don't mind it, because I didn't turn it as much as I should. I turned it, but timing on, yeah. But it's still gonna be tasting nice. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. It's gonna taste nice. Okay? Okay. Now the reason why we turn the chicken and we do it in sections is so we can be able to turn it. I just answered my own question. I meant to say the reason why we do it in sections is because we're gonna turn the chicken. You know what I mean? And you can hear that bubbling because it already was cooked before, so it should be fine. We're almost done, guys. Trust me. We're almost done. I look tired because I am, but we are strong by the grace of God, period. That is cooking, that's the last batch. And you see this is inside of the chicken. It's meant to be white, okay, not raw. So that's how you know you cooked it well, alright? So we're gonna now assemble this in the next clip. As you can see, this is steaming hot. I'm so glad I made all the chicken, because it's going to really be handy. Again, it's up to you how much chicken you really want. Everything is optional. This is just how I make it. I'm going to just do a bit of washing, and I'm going to make new oil because I'm going to now assemble the wrap. So everything is now going to come together, and you will see how that looks, period. Okay, so boom. I washed what I had to wash. We're going to assemble this. So you need tortilla wrap, onion, cheese if you want, chicken, and anything else you want inside. That's up to you. Let's go. Base 1. Base 2. You can add as much onions as you like, but this is how I like mine, period. This is base 3. Now, again, up to you if you like your cheese. If you're not, if you're lactose intolerant, don't need to add cheese. And also, it doesn't really matter if it's broken or anything. It's gonna be fine. But yeah, you want to put it in the center because when you fold it, it's going to be focused on the center in it. So yeah. Now, I'm just going to show you at the end of how it's meant to look. Because this is my first time actually doing it. I'll be so honest, it's actually my first time doing this. I've always bought wraps, so I actually wanted to just make my own. So if it doesn't come out the way I'm hoping it comes, at least you see this in person to know that I'm a human being and I also make mistakes. So, period. Now we're going to fold it up. Yeah. So something like this. Now, if you have a way of folding your wraps, then so be it. But this is how I know that I say mine. Now, I wish my frying pan was bigger, but yeah, this is the best we got, man. This is the best we got. But yeah, man, let it cook up. You know, we're gonna flip it around. I think we're gonna do this like 2 times. And yeah, you want it in low heat, because you want it to burn. So I would say low heat. And yeah, man. So this is what happened when I tried flipping it. Yes, okay, I'm a human being, guys, but I'm literally letting you guys know the real tea. Like, I don't know how to really wrap this around without it opening. I'm not a professional cook, but this is the best I got. So I took it off the pan, so I'm gonna take it on the plate now. Yeah, we're gonna at least attempt to make 4. So this is my second one because I think I have room for 4. So yeah. I had a little bite. I'm not gonna lie, it tastes good. Don't mind the presentation, it could be better. But I ain't no cook. But I know how I can, you know what I mean? As long as I know how to spice it up and how to organize inside the wrap, that's what that matters, okay? Because when it gets in my stomach, it's gonna be disproportionate. So don't worry about it, sweetheart, alright? Don't worry about it. So now we're done. Now, when I show you how this looks, please don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'm telling you guys, I'm a human being. This is my first time ever making this. And I can basically say that this is real life evidence that when you practice something, you're not going to get it right the first time. This is my first time doing this. So please don't judge. But over time, it will get better. That's how it was like when I was making jollof. The first time I made jollof rice, it was not good. It was mushy. The seasoning was there, but it was too watery. So I thought, okay, you know what, I'm gonna cook it another time. I didn't give up. I cooked it again, and it was very good. Okay, it was very good. I even gave my man to eat, and he really enjoyed it. I gave my other friends to eat, and they liked it. They're like, okay. So it just shows that over time you will get better. So I'm gonna show you how it looks now. Again, it's, yeah, no judgment, but yeah. So this is it. Cool. This is the actual one that actually looks very much better than the rest, if I'm honest. I bit this one. This one, yeah. So I recooked it to make it a bit harder. But this is really how it looks like, yeah. I also forgot to add that you can make your own garlic sauce if you really want to put garlic sauce in your thing. I didn't make any sauces. I was just focused on building it. Again, it tastes not too bad for me personally, but for you, you can feel it a little bit bland, so that's up to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed. It was just a really how to make a shawarma. This is a realistic version if you're not always going to get it right. You're not always going to get it right, but this was my first time doing it, and I'm happy that I got it on camera because I want you guys to see these imperfections because I'm not perfect. I feel like people, they want to be, you know, seeing some type of way online that they don't show the flaws online. So you see everything people cook in an amazing way, but you don't see how many times they've done it before and it wasn't amazing. You know what I mean? So I feel like, you know, there'll be growth in this. But yeah, like, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you want me to do more cooking. Again, I am back for real now. No, Monday we gymming, and that's why we are eating healthy, homemade always. Now, I might be lying. We'll see, but let's just try our best to be healthy, basically. But yeah, like that's really it, guys. I don't really have much to say. Really and truly, hope you guys look good. I'm doing another video in this week because today is Saturday, and I may upload this maybe Sunday, Monday. I will upload a video of me going to the gym this week, so yes, stay tuned for that. And yeah, honestly, we will have another video, but I will be able to talk properly because I'm actually quite tired, kind of. I just want to sit down and eat. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I haven't really done a thumbnail, so let me do a thumbnail really quick. Don't mind me, I don't know what I'm doing, okay? I don't know how to do thumbnails, but anyways, yeah, man, I'll catch you guys. Subscribe, support me. I'm back, period. Next week is December, so we are 1 month until 2026. And yeah, I hope you guys have had a blessed day, a blessed week, a blessed month, a blessed year. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Bye.